What's up everybody? Following the reveal of the new Paris map, people have been getting more and more excited for the next major Overwatch content release after that, which is Hero 30. And of course, the first things we have to look forward to for them is their new hero teasers. But when can we expect these teasers to appear? And what will they look like? When will Hero 30 themselves actually release? This is Master Ian Gamer, and let's get into it. Now naturally, the first thing to look at when considering when we can expect Hero 30 to release and when to expect their teasers to start is by looking at previous Overwatch Hero releases. As we can see here, I compiled some data regarding the previous Overwatch Hero releases, and looking specifically at the heroes we've seen release in March, both Orisa and Brigitte were first teased during the last week of February. For Orisa, her first teaser was on February 21st, and for Brigitte, February 22nd. Now, I should also note that when I say teasers here, I'm referring to proper build-up teasers. Lots of heroes get teased several months, if not years in advance, by much more subtle map clues or other little story tidbits, but I'm talking about proper teasers that Blizzard releases to generate hype immediately before a hero releases. These have most commonly been posted on either Twitter or the Overwatch blog, which then brings us into where we can expect to see these teasers for Hero 30. While Blizzard has used both the Overwatch blog and Twitter to tease heroes in the past, more recently they've been leaning more on using Twitter. It makes sense as it's a better social media platform and more people are going to see the teasers and get hyped if it's teased there versus Overwatch's own website. So going strictly by the hero releases we've seen in the past, particularly the more recent ones, it seems most likely that we're going to see the first teasers for the brand new hero towards the end of February and they'll be posted on Twitter. Unfortunately though, it's a bit more complicated than that, and this year we're almost certainly going to see the overall release process of Hero 30 be delayed at least a couple weeks. The reason being is Paris. Now, Paris is a fantastic map, and I've enjoyed playing it. I cannot wait for it to go to live servers, especially so all of you on console will finally get to try it out. But due to the fact that it didn't hit PTR until the very end of January, it actually puts it pretty far behind when we've previously seen January maps released in 2017 and 2018. But why exactly is Paris going to delay the release of Hero 30? Well, in order to explain that, we need to consider as well the 2019 Lunar New Year event. The Lunar New Year event this year will not end until February 18th, which is approximately 2 weeks from the time of me recording this video. Sure, Overwatch events are nice and everything, you get some new skins and whatnot, but the big problem that arises here is that Blizzard cannot release Paris onto live servers until after the Lunar New Year event comes to an end. Historically, we've never seen a new hero or new standard map release during an event, the exceptions being arcade-specific maps such as Petra and Ayutthaya, but those don't count for the standard game modes, which are Assault, Hybrid, Escort, and Control Point. Given that Paris is of course an Assault map and will be available in both Quick Play and Competitive, Blizzard will almost certainly be delaying its release until after the end of the Lunar New Year event in order to better spread out the content releases and thus ultimately gain more hype. If you release a ton of major content all at the same time, the hype for them will overlap, and ultimately it's not a good business decision from Blizzard's point of view. So given that the Lunar New Year will be ending on Monday, February 18th, at the absolute earliest, it seems like Paris won't go live until Tuesday, February 19th. Now, at the time of me recording this, Blizzard has not officially announced the release date for Paris, so it is even possible that it'll be releasing even later than that, possibly on Thursday, February 21st. But regardless, getting back to Hero 30, why is this necessarily a problem? Well, when it comes to new heroes and new maps, they're generally spaced out by an event in between. Looking at the content release cycle we've historically seen in Overwatch, the typical routine is map, event, hero, event, map, event, hero, event, etc. The one exception to this was the release of Horizon Lunar Colony in June of 2017, followed by the release of Doomfist in July. Discounting BlizzCon, which is basically just a new content dump for Blizzard, this is the closest that we've ever seen a new map and new hero released to each other, with Horizon going to live servers on June 20th and Doomfist first being teased on July 4th, followed by his PTR edition on July 6th. Therefore, it seems like we're probably going to have a 2-week downtime at the very least between the release of Paris and the PTR release of Hero 30. I do think it's possible that we'll start seeing the build-up teasers for Hero 30 before this 2-week period is up, but at the very least, there's going to be a notable window of time between these two content editions because, as I said before, it's a bad idea for Blizzard to release major content editions too close to each other, especially when we're talking about a new hero reveal, which is arguably the single most hype-worthy kind of new content. It's very unlikely that they're going to get everyone all hyped for the new hero immediately after Paris. Ideally, they're going to want to time it so that people can start getting hyped for Hero 30 just as soon as they start to get a little bit bored of the new map, which should be about a week at the very absolute least. And even then, that's only when we would likely start to see teasers. So then, our current working estimate is Paris on Tuesday, February 19th, and Hero 30's reveal and PTR release on Tuesday, March 5th. Possibly being even later depending on how Blizzard decides to space things out. Now, March 5th isn't actually that late. It's only a few days later than when we saw Orisa release back in 2017, so it wouldn't even be that abnormal for them to do this. The most abnormal part out of all of this is simply how late Paris released in January, but it is going to have some trickling down effects as time goes on. If Blizzard doesn't want the delayed release of Hero 30 to ultimately end up pushing back the Archives event even in April, then they will want to get Hero 30 out as early as possible, which, going by my current timeline, is going to be the PTR in very early March, and probably the live release sometime towards the end of March. Teasers for Hero 30 will probably start during this final week, probably on the 26th at the earliest, so that there'll be a week of time for people to enjoy Paris before they need to start getting excited for the new hero. So yeah, things are probably going to be slightly delayed this time around, but overall, that's still less than a month away. We're actually getting pretty close to the release of Hero 30, even with the delays. Also, it's worth noting that the current PTR patch with Paris is most likely going to be the last Overwatch patch we have prior to the new hero. So yeah, we're getting pretty close, and I'm getting excited, even if there is a little ways left. And I do have to say, even if we are going to have to wait just a little bit longer than usual for the next hero, it's not like we don't have an awesome new map to satisfy us for those couple of weeks we're going to have to wait. And in the meantime, it also gives us plenty of time to speculate, so if you're interested in hearing my thoughts about what kind of new hero we could be getting and is also needed in the game right now, then you can check out one of my previous videos I did through the card on screen. As for who exactly this new hero is going to be, well, there's quite a few possibilities for that as well, and I'll for sure be making some videos covering that topic in the very near future, so be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for that. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts about the likely slight delay of Hero 30 due to Paris's late release, and let me know what you're expecting for Hero 30 in general. Is there a specific hero you want to see it be, or are you more interested in just getting a certain role added to the game? Either way, be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and share it with a friend if you really liked it. Subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and hit up the bell to never miss any of my future Overwatch content. This is Master Ian Gamer signing off, and until next time, have a great day.